Topping our news in this hour today, a pivotal day in the impeachment showdown as Democrats scramble to see if they can get enough votes to force new witnesses.
This after a key Republican senator said late last night he's not going to vote for new testimony. ABC's Megan Tverzian's on Capitol Hill with the latest.
Key Republican senators weighing in overnight on the issue of witnesses, signaling to Republicans the impeachment trial may soon be over.
They are really grasping at straws at this point, and it's time to vote.
Republican Senator Lamar Alexander, who is not running for re-election, saying he will vote against having witnesses appear. In a statement saying there is no need for more evidence to prove something that has already been proven. And while he calls the president's actions inappropriate, he says it does not meet the Constitution's high bar for an impeachable offense. But Republican Senator Susan Collins says she will vote to allow witnesses. Senator Mitt Romney also says he's interested in hearing from witnesses, but Senator Lisa Murkowski is still on the fence.
We need 4 Republican senators to grow a backbone.
In Thursday's marathon session, Murkowski and others asking whether Bolton's allegations would rise to the level of impeachable offense, even if true.
Therefore, for this and other reasons, his testimony would add nothing to this case.
Former National Security Advisor John Bolton, in his upcoming book, reportedly claims the president withheld aid to pressure Ukraine to investigate political rival Joe Biden and his son. At a rally in Iowa Thursday night, the president seeming unfazed.
But the Democrats are trying to overturn the last election. We will make sure that they face another crushing defeat.
Later this afternoon, there will be more debate on witnesses than a vote. If there are 51 votes, they could move to closing arguments, and an acquittal on President Trump could happen as early as tonight or tomorrow morning. Megan Tverzian, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
Back here at home, the Kern County Sheriff's Office has now released the results of several saturation patrols in Wasco. Last Thursday, deputies made 7 misdemeanor arrests and 1 felony arrest during an operation. On Wednesday, deputies held a second operation and made 6 more arrests, 5 misdemeanors and 1 for driving under the influence. Deputies arrested 26-year-old Jaime Damian Cruz on Wednesday in front of Wasco High School. He was booked on several charges, including DUI and driving without a license.
As many prepare for a Super Bowl Sunday, the California Highway Patrol wants to remind you to include safety in your game plan. Options should include calling a cab or a ride-sharing service or lining up a designated driver. Now, the CHP says DUI can be anything, including cannabis, prescription drugs, illegal drugs, anything that can impair driving. The CHP says officers made 187 DUI arrests on Super Bowl Sunday in 2019. 3 people also died in crashes across the state.
And on our website, turn23.com, you can find several places around town where you can watch the Super Bowl and even score some deals as well. We have Eureka. They have non-rotating draft beer and a 9-count of wings for only $10. 1933 is going to be having a party as well. They're having happy hour and drink and food specials all day throughout the game. Red Zone. At both locations, you can get several deals, $18 buckets, $2.99 nachos. The Petroleum Club is going to be having their all-you-can-eat party buffet like they do every year. And we also have this on our 23 ABC Facebook page. This is pinned to the top of our page. You can go ahead and leave us a comment. Let us know where you're spending the Super Bowl, where you're going to be watching the Super Bowl.
In education news, Kern High School District officials continued discussions with the community on Thursday night about student behavior and school climate. Last night's forum included samples of student discipline and referral data, current school climate survey results, and practices related to positive behavior interventions and supports. 6 years ago, the Kern High School District was sued to end discriminatory discipline practices that targeted Black and Hispanic students. The district is required to have 2 community forums every year. Officials say they recognize the importance of these talks.
You know, I think the stats are important, and we want the community to understand, what's going on our school sites with regards to our students and all of the data points that we were required to cover during our forum. But I think the most important message tonight is that we all, this community, the Kern High School District, we want the best outcomes for our students.
The Kern Education Justice Collaborative, which held a march for educational justice ahead of the forum, says the district has made strides in recent years to help increase educational success of minority students, but more still needs to be done.
American Heart Month starts tomorrow, and the American Heart Association will be turning Kern County red to raise awareness.
23 ABC's Daniela Garrido has more on how you can get involved.
We know it's the leading cause of mortality in Western civilization.
Keeping your heart healthy can prevent you from the leading causes of death in America. Heart disease at number 1 and stroke at number 5.
Yeah, so it's kind of basic stuff. It's not very sexy. It's the typical stuff. You want to eat well. You want to make sure you have a balanced diet. You want to stay away from as much as you can from animal products and minimize your red meat intake. So lots of fruits and vegetables, lots of grains. And the other component of that is routine aerobic exercise, so getting out there and getting your heart rate up for 20-30 minutes most days of the week.
Combined, 219,000 lives are claimed each year from unhealthy heart health.
Some of the main risk factors are hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, smoking is a big risk factor, and a family history.
The month of February is dedicated to raising awareness on the risk factors and symptoms of heart disease and stroke.
The reason I'm so involved and passionate, and I'm so happy to be working with the American Heart Association, is I actually have a family connection with it. My dad suffered from heart disease at a really young age, so it kind of was an enlightening experience.
For Frenchie Valenzuela, that experience meant adjusting her lifestyle.
He changed his eating habits, so a lot of our favorite Mexican dishes that we were used to eating, fried tacos, tortillas, all that stuff was kind of out the window. So he really has done a 180 in his lifestyle, and it was really motivating for us as a family to see him go through that.
According to the American Heart Association, to treat, beat, and prevent heart disease, women and men should understand family health history and know their numbers.
One thing we want to be proactive with is primary care, so primary prevention. So you want to make sure that you're going to see your primary doc at least on a yearly basis, just so they can keep an eye on you.
A country icon cranking out the #1 hits since the 80s will be hitting the stage tonight in Bakersfield. Winona and the Big Noise will be at the Fox tonight. Winona Judd, once dubbed by Rolling Stone as the greatest female country singer since Patsy Cline. The iconic performers received over 60 industry awards with countless charting singles. Winona and the Big Noise will hit the stage at 8 p.m. You can get tickets at the box office or online starting at just $39.